What's your biggest summer makeup issue? Is it that SPF really makes your face feel more greasy and your makeup look greasy? Or maybe it's that your makeup just doesn't stay, like it comes off. It doesn't seem to be there when you look in the afternoon. It's like, where did it go? Well, my name is Beth Eilers, independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay, and I am here with Beauty with Beth, where I share all things beauty to assist you in finding and enhancing your true beauty that shines. And today we're talking about Meltproof your makeup. When I'm recording this, it is June, so it is full summer mode. And I live in Central Illinois, and so we love summer because we have a full winter where it is cold. We always enjoy summer, but we get humid here in the summer. It can get hot. We usually don't have extended periods of really hot temperatures, like we rarely get to 100, but we do a lot of times have several days in a row or days that are 90, 95, and it seems like the humidity is always super high during those times. And so, it makes it really fun to be outside with makeup because it can be a challenge. And so whether you live somewhere that is really hot in the summer and you get like the hundreds, tens, those, or you live somewhere with high humidity, or it's just, hotter in the summer where you live and your skin's a little bit more oily. And so that can be an issue with keeping your makeup on. So we're going to talk today about Meltproof your makeup, Meltproof your makeup, some things that you can do that will assist you in looking your best during the summer. Because yes, we have the water park days and the beach days and the hiking days, and we have the days, at the ballpark all day. And maybe those days we really don't wear much makeup. We just have that, really natural look, but we still have to go to work. We still have, weddings and special occasions, dinners and activities, and we want to look good. And so we still are wearing makeup right through the summer. And so we want to do what we can to help keep it looking great for the day, for the occasion, for whatever it might be. So Meltproof your makeup, that's what I'm going to talk about today. We're going to start with skincare because that's really your best defense in keeping your makeup on, because when your skin is at its optimum condition because you are consistently using a skincare routine that works for you and your skin type, that's specifically formulated for your skin type, then your makeup is going to look better because your skin is going to look better. It's going to be smoother. It's going to be hydrated more and not as oily. It's just going to be better all the way around. And your makeup then is going to reflect that. It's going to look better. And it's going to stay on a little bit better than if you don't take care of your skin, if your skincare routine isn't consistent. And you know what? No judgment, because I say skincare is like diet and exercise, right? Like when you're in the zone, like you are on it, and man, you are relentless with your exercise, with your diet, with your eating plan. But man, you fall off of that, and it is hard to get back in the habit. And I think skincare seems to be that way too. When you're in the habit, you're just doing it, it's good, but you miss a day or two and it's like, man, I can't get back in that habit. So no judgment about that. Just, make it a priority to do the best that you can and to get into that routine of doing that twice a day, morning and evening, as a simple skincare routine that works for you. And I, a lot of times during the summer, will work with my customers to change up their skincare routine. Like you might change your cleanser from a normal to dry cleanser to a combo to oily cleanser, or you might use charcoal mask more often to keep those pores cleaned out and that excess oil out of there more often. You can do some things with your skincare routine that can also help with your makeup. So talk to me, reach out to me, and I can give you some suggestions for that might help you with your skincare side that will in turn help you with the makeup. So we're going to start with SPF, because SPF is important all year round, 365 days a year, but especially in the summer because the sun is always, hotter, longer, out longer, all of those things. And if you don't have a moisturizer that you're using with SPF in it, then you might want to consider the mineral facial sunscreen. It is specifically formulated for the face and specifically formulated to work under makeup. So that is great. And mineral foundation is different than the traditional foundation, which the majority of SPF products are more of a physical SPF. Mineral is a mineral barrier, more of a chemical, for lack of a better word. It's not chemical, it's minerals. But it is a different consistency. It tends to be a little more lightweight. It doesn't tend to be as heavy. So this might be a good option for you if you're regular, like moisturizer with sunscreen seems a bit heavy in the summer, you could, switch up just a regular moisturizer and then use the mineral facial sunscreen, and that works really well under foundation. So let me know if you've ever tried a mineral sunscreen, and if you like that, if that makes the difference for you, and if you've ever tried a sunscreen specifically for the face and not for the body. That typically works better on your face than the ones for our body. So mineral facial sunscreen might be something that you can do. And then foundation primer. This is really the secret. Foundation primer. It is amazing. It is going to help your foundation to go on better. It's going to look smoother. You're going to use less product, and your foundation is going to last longer, because what the primer does is it kind of, I say it acts like spackle for your face. Like it fills in all the tiny little hills and valleys and little fine lines and wrinkles, and it gives your foundation something smoother so it goes on better. And then it gives your foundation something to grab a hold of so it can stay on longer and last better. And this primer, our primer, has SPF 15, and I don't use very much of it. It doesn't take much. Probably like that's enough that I use for my whole face. Maybe a tad more, but I don't think so. That's about what I use for my whole face. And it just feels so nice and luxurious. It's so silky. I always say, like, I just want to dip my whole body in it because it just feels so soft and silky. So foundation primer. Let me know if you always wear a foundation primer, or if you've ever tried it, you wear it occasionally. I would love to know your experience with foundation primer. And then you might want to consider a CC cream instead of a liquid foundation. CC cream stands for complexion correction cream. It's a lighter, more sheer coverage, and so that works well during the summer. Of course, lighter a lot of times is better in the summer for lots of things, right? And this, I love the CC cream because we only have 5 colors, which tells you that it's a more sheer coverage, and I can really wear 3 of those colors. Now, obviously one, the very light, looks best on me, but I can make light to medium. It looks okay really with not a lot of blending. I can make the medium to deep look okay with a lot of blending if I have a little bit of color, but that just shows that it works for a broad range. And so it's a more sheer, lightweight, and it's really hard to get a bad color with this. And I know this is what my 2 girls that are in their 20s, what they love. They actually use this every day. I use a liquid foundation with a little more coverage every day, but this is what a lot of my customers either switch to in the summer or just continue using in the summer, and they love it for summer. And it's not uncommon for people to have different foundation for summer and winter, just for color, first of all, and then for the feel of it and the weight of it. So CC cream might be something that you might want to consider. Let me know if you do switch up your foundation in the summer and the winter, either for color or for the feel of it, the lightness of it. And then we've got waterproof mascara. It is, important to have waterproof mascara for those days. Not just, if you're going to a water park or if you're going to be at the beach and you want to have a little bit of mascara on, obviously waterproof, that's really the only kind, because otherwise it's going to be a mess on your face. But waterproof is always also good if you're going to be like at the ballpark, or if you're going to be outside all day where there's humidity and you might be sweating some, then you want the waterproof so that it, your mascara stays on and it doesn't run, because that's not a good look at all. And what I personally do when I want to wear the waterproof is to use my regular mascara that I love because of the way that it looks and the look it gives my lashes, and then I will add a coat of the waterproof on top of it to seal it in, and then it's got those waterproof properties so it doesn't go anywhere, but I've got the look of the other mascara that I like to wear every day. So waterproof mascara. Let me know if you're a fan and you use it all the time, or if you just use it on occasion when you need waterproof for your mascara. That's what I do. And then we have translucent powder. Now, we also have a silky setting powder that I love. Silky is really a good name for it. It feels so smooth. It is so smooth, and it just sets everything and really finishes with a almost airbrush blurred look to your face. It blurs minor imperfections. It's amazing. But I find in the summer that our translucent powder is a little bit better at holding the shine, keeping that shine down. And so this is a colorless one. You can see it's like white. It doesn't go on white. It's colorless. And it just helps control shine a little bit better. That's why I prefer it in the summer. I generally use the silky setting powder in the winter and the translucent in the summer. So you can switch up that, something like that. Your more translucent powder that's a more oil absorbing powder. Let me know if you wear powder all the time or just on special occasions. I would love to know when you use powder to kind of set your makeup and help it to look its best. Give it that finishing touch. And then speaking of finishing touches, we've got our finishing spray. This is what I call, say it's like hairspray for your face, but it doesn't feel like hairspray. So this is the secret that all professional makeup artists use on the runway, for photo shoots, behind the camera, all of those things. They use finishing spray to set the makeup. Again, like a hairspray, but it doesn't feel like that. It's like a light mist. It just feels like water. You put it after you've got all your makeup on, foundation, eyes, cheeks. I don't put my lips on before I put this on because I reapply my lips because, after we eat and stuff, we reapply. But, for sure, foundation, concealer, all your eyes, all your cheeks, contour, any of that. And then you use the finishing spray. Now, what I do is it's a spray, so it's a pump. And so I hold it about this far from my face. I don't know what that is, 6 to 12 inches. I'm not a good judge of distance, but I hold it about that far from my face, and then I do across, so down the middle of my face like my nose, and then across my eyes, and then I do an X, so like that. So then that gets the whole part of my face. Obviously, I'm keeping my eyes closed when I do this so that I don't spray myself in the face. Plus, then you want to get your eyeshadow, coated with this. And then I don't know, 30 seconds. It's not long. It's got to dry because it is a mist, it is a spray. And I always open my eyes just a tad, about like that, when I'm doing it, because I have closed my eyes and kept them closed for the 30 seconds or whatever for it to dry. And then kind of like my top and bottom lashes are kind of stuck together. And so that's why I kind of just leave my eyes like right about there. So they're not really touching, but they're not all the way open so that can really dry on my eyeshadow. So finishing spray, let me know if you've ever tried it, if it's something that is a new concept for you, and if it's something you think, oh, that sounds like a great idea for me. I would love to know that. And last but not least, we have our beauty blotters. I love these things. I use them all year round. I carry them in my purse all the time. I also have some at my desk, and they are linen squares. There's 75 in the packet, and I already pulled one out. You just pull it out. It just, pulls out, and then the next one's ready. I've already got one pulled out, and then you just put it, they're pretty good size, right? You just put it on your face, and so I'm just going to put it right here, and you just press down, and what it does is it absorbs that excess oil on your face, but you can see like there's no makeup on it. It does not take your foundation off. It doesn't take your blush off, none of that. I don't know if you can really tell. There's a little bit of a shine. You can see a little bit, maybe, I don't know on the camera, if you can really tell a little bit of a shine from my face. So it takes that shine off, but not your makeup, which is amazing, because a lot of other things when you dab, then like your makeup, you're messing with your makeup, your blush, your foundation. It's like, oh my gosh. But these take away the oil and the shine, but they do not take away the makeup. So I love these, use them all year round. I always put that on upside down. I love the beauty blotters. I would love to know if you've used something similar to this, or if you've tried to and you thought those do not work. Well, these work. I use them all the time. So those are my tips for you to melt proof your makeup. I would love to know what you learned, if there was a new idea or a new product that you were like, oh, I'd never heard of that, or I think that might be something really great for me. Go ahead and put all of that in the comments. I would love to know and to hear all of your comments and your feedback. And if you have questions about any of the products, or if you'd like more information about them, put that in the comments and I will reach out to you for sure. You have a great rest of your day, evening, whenever you're catching this, and I will catch you for the next Beauty with Beth. Talk to you later.